the bell of Batoche is a very big thing too. That bell disappeared for many years. It finally made its way back to Batoche. I hope you can hear that bell toll, because that bell was missing for so many years.
Excuse me.
Okay, that way.
Norman is being hooked up. He's in this documentary. Mr. Flurry, stop. Dr. Flurry, stop.
Yeah, he's a doctor now.
He's recognized in University of Manitoba.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. Dr. Flurry walking in. Hello. Dr.
Yes.
Flurry.
Norman Flurry, one of our elders.
And the elder is saying the dog shouldn't be that close over here. Kind of put him in the back, please.
Okay.
That's the elder's wish.
Okay.
And two elders. Washington State, yet is looking for a little bit with Canada. You want one Magayana or nine here. You want the program of I am had open Kapoor. Okay? So I'm going to tau, you all the check. Looking at how in the way my book Kapoor, maybe when it's this when it's president. John. President. John was the John. And the members that are here. The veterans that are here, thank you so much for always being here with us, supporting us, leading us. Oh! Oh. Good morning. Bon matin. Tansi kiyo, oh. Yes, and the thing is that I've been Poyan to Lisa. He's gone out shop at the mat. If an excato, yeah, with the Kakioga Nigani, Sikakio, Tagadio, Sikao Finna.
You okay there?
Scata, yeah.
I'll leave you there.
We want to see you again. I asked to see like skate, yeah. Kap mutea, which mutea, cheat to scata, and Mihaya. Everyone, what is the name of the peak square? not lang nan mit chef mga man toga gimigo yak. Egon mache ustim na ma ke gat moni ke yak.
That's heritage Michif.
Egon mache. Utagap mishik. Kakyo ga in the pochik we sta ginot nigechik. Tapuma ka takamik siya ci paspita ako na kiyanan. Utaga stego ma. Utaga nainiga so kakyo ginainatsik. Egot agwana we sta wallet kisaneka show na musum now. 93 years old. Egi paksik. Egi takamatsik. Egi tuet. Tiyam ganipun. Sinot naman. Sinakataman kay Gway Gistawa Kushim Nanik Lichizapa. Tapskumak yanan katakamik siya. Singat nakatama kay Gway Kushim Nanik Miyaya Cook. Wistawa Chiapat Starchip Chopinak Wistawa.
Oh, gee, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Oh. God our Creator. Since most of our people sadly lost their language and languages because of residential schools, because of 60 Scoop, because of apprehension of social services, because we never had local control of our own destiny. Now through our government, God, you helped us to build so we can tell our own stories as where we stand as Métis and our friends, that we come together. As this year our theme is to all come together of all nations, because we are one people. And as we stand here with all these flags that represents the different nations, and our service people, first and foremost, thank you, Chimarsi, for being here, and our young people that are entering those services. And it'll always be like our infinity sign. It'll always be forever. And that's who we are. We're a people forever and forever. We come before you today, our Creator, our God, the Métis Nation of Tawashanak. We sakwatin in you. Half-breeds. No chigo, in the chigo Rashnikat to go yakok, I see no Yanan Métis. With respect and humility, since our creation by your power and love, we're a very, very special creation in the world. No place in the world has two nations come together to become one nation, and we're those people. We have our own language, we have our own distinction. And God gave us that distinction. We thank you in a very special way for helping us to uphold our pride in our culture, and especially our special and beautiful language, Michif, and those other languages that our Métis speak across the homeland. God our Creator, the Métis, the Michifs, your special people, come before you today with a special purpose and celebration and intention. God our Creator, remember our forefathers, like Mr. Wallet, Gabriel Dumont, who's facing the river that's buried here. And also those that are lying here that are our relatives where we stand. We remember as we celebrate with a good special purpose, celebration, and intention. God our Creator, remember all those that we sometimes forget. Those less fortunate than us. Those that are struggling with so many things. Help us, the elders, the leaders, in prayer. Let's all pray together in our hearts. You all have stories to tell. Pray in your own hearts in your own way as how you believe. God our Creator, we give thanks especially today as we honor our Métis veterans and those that are always in our hearts that fought bravely to serve their country so we may have freedom to preserve our culture as Métis and proud Canadians. God our Creator, we give thanks especially to our forefathers, Louis Riel, Gabriel Gimot, our Métis soldiers who fought to protect our rights and nationhood, that fought in Korea, that fought all the wars, First, Second World War, and the previous wars in our resistances, and Vietnam. The soldiers are still here with us. They're here lying with us, and we are all warriors. We are all special warriors. Oh, manito, le bon Dieu, Jésus-Christ. Kakyaw tagani po ya kanus. Atis kita yamihanan. Awa. Niyan dapat how. Ekimigaw yan. Awa pastin. Awal siya ple. Kakyaw kinan Catholics, di Catholic ko tagani po ya kati. Kakyaw Louis Riel Catholic ko hindi dapat how. Ako na yes Jesus Christ sa wakakin put.
Down.
Egi kita mahatsik. Kaya kiyaw kinan. Umakatako na ma. O magaya may hayak mo sisi. Kung na kisik atapoy. Tatapoy tama. Kisik way man to. Utagayat. Sis ne kasot man ito. Se man ito. Le bon Dieu, Jesus. Ego na pegon. Awagawi chigo ya. Ego mina. Damu saka so how, eh? Utamina. Lord beneath the holy water. Ego na ka si kasta wagaw ya ta manaka our name kami gaw ya. Ego na si kasta wagason. O ya kawan na haya mana si kasta waya wakaya me hatsik. Ano sutan si ka ten utagay kakyaw utagay ya. Ute ni kan. Ego ute ni po nan. Ute ni na. Ego kiweta no. Dal nod. Manito kchimarsi ano sutaga kami yan nista. Ebe big square. Oh, yeah, one more friend. Ego mina. Awa gawi mina gawi tashimak lera mo. That's go sage awa. Same thing, Payagwan. This is where we can.
Sage.
Let's not segregate each other. This is like sage. This is palm. That holy water is like water we use in our water services, our ceremonies. And also the rosary is also significance like the feather. Same thing. Payagwan. Oh, Chimarsi Kakio. Thank you, all of you. Chimarsi.
Duty mak nanas kom now kapita ko hibo mo. Iti hiwa kimam to ni chakan wo pyewan. Yak itake tike wan. Guktu tagaya ik. Excuse go tagagis. Ti pagi mo check o mate suin wow. Tamigi check. Hiano get to mo tagani poya. I'm going to use the English language, but our language man is right here, and he used that already. Our language. I am very, very honored to be here with you today. Especially honored to be standing beside this elder that is very well known across Métis country, and a lot of that work that he done with the language and many other things. Hey, we will forever remember him. We won't, yeah. We will never forget. Hear those words. When we read those words, we will never forget. This is the one, our contemporary hero here, that is driving the people.
Keeper of the Michif language.
And all of you that have come here are of one heart and one mind. So we are one people. No matter where you come from, No matter what language you speak, this is what's important. Our women carry that heart, the way of the heart. Our men were the ones that went out there. And it's like the stockade that they used to make a long time ago in the forts. Those trees that stood there, those are the men. And everything that happened inside was driven by the women. And they were teaching the children at the same time, not in a formal way, but in a way that we live as Métis people.
Culture.
And that they will never forget. I want to honor these ones here that have given up their lives. This tobacco that the elder has given us, for those of you who so choose, will take a pinch of this tobacco and put it over here to honor those people.
Can somebody hold
I
him?
just want to talk to you about that holy water.
You might have to hold because he'll try to follow me.
Robinet is what we call it too back then. Yeah.
My
So,
great-great-great-grandfather's
we always had
there,
that,
Donald
eh?
Ross.
Lent, during Lent, we go to church, and that's what they give us. And people would cherish that. Whenever there's any kind of fear, they open a jar, and that's what they do. That was our way at the time. But the water, the way you say it in our language is nipi. Nipi, yeah, below, another way. But that word nipi comes from two root words. The first part, ne, comes from the word niya, which means I am or I be. And pi means to come or to unfold. So literally, water is I am unfolding. That's what it is. That's why it's so
Hey.
powerful.
Hey. You're here.
So, thank you all. There's so much that needs to be said, but
That's a
the
medicine
most
man.
important
And
thing
Norman
is what's in
Fleury
your
is
heart.
right next to him. That is
Share
our
that with
keeper
your
of the
parents,
language
your
of the
families,
Métis.
And remember, the sacred ground here, the
Michif.
energy that comes flows through you, and it flows this way, like the Métis sign. That's how energy flows. Even the scientists say that. So that's who we are. We're connected. Don't ever forget that we're connected. It doesn't matter how. Always feel good in your heart. In your heart, that's what matters. Without a heart, nothing. There's 4 chambers in your heart. Like the medicine wheel has 4, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. You carry that in here, in your heart. So, thank you all.
Merci. Baptiste, merci que tu donnes une topic qui soit une c'est moyen. Oh, on peut pas oublier une chose. Ok, oui, stop. Ok, ni kan gawin ko mau Michelle Leclerc Harding, Vice President, oui, c'est tu peux pique squid, tu peux atsemot. Je vais demander, c'est ma nièce qui va parler. Pour parler en français, parce que c'était une langue que Louis Riel a parlé. Puis les Michif qui sont ici, ils parlent encore le français des Michif. Ça fait qu'il faut pas qu'on oublie cette langue-là. Because Métis Nation Saskatchewan government, in our movement, we recognize every language that we speak in this province. Dene, Cree, French, Michif, and let's not forget English. I'm just kidding. Anyway, my dear niece, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and thank you to our elders so much for all of your work. And one of our uncles is buried here. He, Michel Trottier, fell on the last day of the Battle of Batoche. And so it's such an honor for us to be here. But I want to talk about the role of women. Women were so important in this battle. You think of Madame Thuron and women who melted down metal to make bullets so that we could fight for our rights, for this land, for our rights to self-determination. And so I want to acknowledge the important role that women have always played in our families, but in this battle.
No.
And I look at the ages of, my uncle had talked about Oulette, who was 93 years old, but you look at the ages of the men that are laying here today, and they were in their 50s, 60s, there was a few young ones. And I want to acknowledge the role of youth. And I see our youth president, Autumn Lang-LaRose, here, and she is always reminding us, who is also a woman, and I'm so very proud of her, but she always reminds us that Louis Riel was a youth. When he led this battle of Batoche, he was just a young man. My friend here will tell us, how old was Louis Riel?
Just down.
He
Down.
was 23 years old. And so 26, right? 26 when he died. He was a young man. He was a youth. And Cassidy Caron is here and is also a young woman. And I'm so incredibly proud to be here. But I want to say that this is so important. This year is so important. And when we celebrate the lives of these men and women who fought for our rights to land, to self-determination, to all of those things that bring us here today. This is our moment, and I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. That this is our moment. That this is a historic time for Métis people in this province and across the country. In Alberta, Ontario, and Manitoba, where we are in negotiations to sign a treaty with Métis people. This is a historic time for us. These men and women in 1885 fought for that right. In 1816, during the Battle of Seven Oaks, that's what they were fighting for. They said, this is it. We are putting our flag down on the ground and we are fighting for our rights in this country. And here we are now. And I am so incredibly proud of my colleagues, of all of you, and to be part of the Métis Nation. This is our moment, and let's celebrate that as along with celebrating the lives of all of the people that fought in the Battle of Batoche. Thank you.
Who's been our lead veteran for a long time, traveled to France. He's been a representative for a long time, and we can't forget our soldiers.
Acknowledging that. I got false teeth, so I can't talk. I won't talk long on their fallout.
I can hear that.
Just want to say thank you for everything. The Métis Nation has been in my heart for many years. I've been coming here since I was a teenager, about 12 years old, when we were poor. Kind of rich now, so culture is rich.
The culture is rich, yes. Hi, hi.
Cassidy. Yeah, and Glenn, and all the executive, the veterans. My dad was a World War II veteran, and it's in my heart to come back here. I was telling my wife, bury me at Batoche. At least you'll come visit me once a year. Thank you very much.
Being here. This gathering of our procession on the Sunday of Batoche has grown over the last year. But it's so important that we stay. It's so important that we come together as one Métis Nation once a year to come here to honor our history, to honor our ancestors, to honor our soldiers, and thank you to Vice President Michelle Leclerc for recognizing that we need to honor the women and the children who were here during the Battle of Batoche. They were here on these grounds. They were over on the East Village taking care of our soldiers, getting our men ready for battle. They too were warriors. for the Métis Nation and still are warriors for our Métis Nation.
Yo.
Grounds are so incredibly important to all of us across the Métis Nation. This is where we need to put all politics aside. We come together. We remind ourselves about why we do the work that we do, why we're still here today, and we pay tribute to those who allow us to be here and have given us the vision to carry forward. This is why we do what we do, and it's so important that we come here once a year. If we could come more, we come more, and we pay tribute to our ancestors. As someone who is currently carrying our next generation, this
Oh. Hi.
and we continue to do this work for our future generations.
Hi.
Our President, Glenn McCullum, Métis Nation, Saskatchewan, to give us a few words, and if Glenn thinks somebody else should come up here, let's do it.
Excuse me. We can see.
Washington say she no what got missing ko. This wa pata ko speak what the game with it. Kai given at the maguchi. It was the Kainan to igi tutti, the cookie to igi, taking tutti the piano party. To pata ko nurse, kiss go to that tapu where for to pata ko tan si Mr. Yeah. It was it and sit a mix here, Tantagagi one Kagiwanista take a manute doing. May sa manutong tuwing kagi samantanita ko, kiwi ang doon ko, kianogit is alive and well. Today are still. You know, people will say, no politics here. But I guarantee you, when you walk out that gate, there will be politics. There is differences in these provinces that we live in.
There shouldn't be.
But rest assured, hopefully by coming here, that the true spirit of who we are as Métis carries the day. That's a hard thing. That is a hard thing. We smile in front of each other. These people that lie here smiled amongst each other, and they laughed amongst each other, and they lived amongst each other, and they shared amongst each other.
Hi.
And they stood to the last to be able to believe that they can run their own lives. But Canada said no. That spirit of what happened to the people that have fallen here. Hopefully the words that we say here are meaningful. There is politics here. You can never deny that. That's why these people have fallen. Because of the politics of the federal government and the laws of the federal government. So let's not lie to ourselves that there is no politics and pretend to smile and leave that everything is okay. No, it's not okay. We have a ways to go yet. And each province has that responsibility to themselves and their province and their people to be able to do the right thing like we do in Saskatchewan. Just because we didn't have certain individuals speak doesn't mean we don't like you. It doesn't mean we don't embrace you. We love you.
Hi.
But rest assured, I want to hear that again. In regards to the no politics. There is politics.
Only if you
But
let
as we
it.
speak here in front of the fallen, that when we speak from our hearts of what we believe, hopefully that's the spirit that we carry away when we pass that gate, pass that church, pass the grounds of the celebration, and go back to our home communities. I hope. That is what I hope. And I can feel it here, the emotion. For the many years that I've watched politics get in the way of progress. Now it's up to us to be able to speak the truth and not deny the fact there is politics. I guarantee you, when Louis Riel was standing in front of his people, he talked about those politics and he spoke loud and clear. And he spoke about the government, how the government controlled the Métis. Riel is not rolling in his grave in regards to what we say. He's loving what we say because we're honest with our spirit of how we carry ourselves. But hopefully that we've learned from Riel and the fallen that they fought for a reason, that we can be a people, that we can lift amongst ourselves and not argue. But guaranteed, I hope the young generation that are coming and that are listening here, that you don't follow the same footsteps of us leaders, where sometimes we get to argue across the table, and to be able to make decisions that you may not like, but we have to do something. We got elected to be able to move our provinces. We got elected to be able to negotiate with the government. And that's what Riel talked about. And yes, he had the rosary. He prayed. Some of the people that fought alongside of him prayed to the smudge. They did. Yeah. Believing that they can win. And they did win.
That's right.
They won.
Because we're here.
But it proves we're here. The President of Alberta and Ontario, come up here, please.
Color flag. Lower your flags. Stand at ease.
In politics, who wants to make the decision, who wants to speak first? The closest province to us is Alberta. Alberta will go first.
I too get very emotional, like our national president, when I come to these grounds, because my family was, of course, here as well, as many of your families were. And I really cherish. This is my favorite part of this weekend. It really is.
Absolutely.
And I just want to thank Metis Saskatchewan for the wonderful weekend and putting this on every year and letting us have our day on Saturday, have Alberta come and entertain everybody. It's just a beautiful thing. This Back to Batoche days is, my family has been coming for years. I ran into lots of cousins out walking around, and I really think cherish this weekend. So thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I want to acknowledge the elders and thank you, Marcy, for the prayers. I want to also thank Saskatchewan for hosting us and welcoming us all in such a good way. For me, Back to Batoche is about coming home. It's about seeing people I grew up with. It's about reconnecting with family and meeting new family. And that always happens. We run into each other and we say, oh, we're cousins. It's a place where I think we all come home together. And I'm with you. This morning is the most beautiful way to round off a weekend of reconnecting, of community. Of
Mm-hmm.
I want to acknowledge our veterans. Not just our veterans that are with us today, but those that are buried here, all those Métis that stood up for the land.
Mm-hmm.
That's in our blood. It's been happening right across the Métis Nation for hundreds of years. That's in our spirit. It's that spirit of resilience. And that's what carries us forward to where we are today. And grounded in this, grounded in culture, grounded in language, grounded in history, we are doing amazing things. I want to acknowledge all of the leaders. I want to really acknowledge our youth for all the work that they are doing. It's wonderful.
Before we get the tobacco down, I want to have the leaders, the national president. I believe the settlements are here too. Anybody representing the settlement? Right here. Let's get the guys' pictures. Where's our comms people? Here's a camera right here. We'll take Vice President, please, the youth rep, please. And some of our counselors that are out there. Mark, come. Loretta, come.
Raise your flag.
MNBC.
MNBC, are they here? British Columbia, yes, please. Who else did didn't miss anybody?
Do we have NWT?
Huh?
NWT.
NWT, are they here? Northwest Territories.
They're behind us.
They're carrying a flag.
Okay, can one of them come and stand in front of us, please? Okay, which one? Well, come. Yeah. So let's take these pictures, and after we're done taking the pictures of unity and no politics, I'll hold the tobacco for the elders. And anybody who wants to, like that elder said, if you want to put tobacco in this, do so. But it's your choice. Turn in like we do always. Turn in so you can. Okay, you take you.
Put your hands down.
Jason is the boss now.
This is going to be a very important picture.
There we go. Awesome. There we go. It'll all hit the paper anyway.
The man in the blue with the shirt, he's from the Red River Settlement, the Metis of Manitoba. Where I come from.
I got all those people. I didn't get these people.
Pretty quiet.
Okay, so now we're going to do the tobacco. For those of you that want to take part, you're more than welcome. And,
Color party. Lower your flags.
And for those of you that are now going to go on
Stand
your
at
journey
ease.
home, we wish you the best safe travels. God be with you until we meet again next time. Merci.